Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Taurus. So Taurus, as usual and always, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. And Taurus, it feels like you are determinedly just continuing working on building your self-awareness, building this increase in your capacity to receive information and overcome self-doubt. Even though I want to say there might be like this hiccup or this bump on the road in what feels like a very quick advance. Because I feel like it's almost like you're testing your own ability to hold a large body of information like this, it's almost like being a child and then studying, graduate level books. It's kind of like that. But there is this increase, this fast learning curve. It's like it's really just taking off because of your continuous work, because of how you are determined to just developing this awareness, the sense of it's like this learning. It's like you're eager to learn, right? But it starts with the Eight of Pentacles and how also you're eager to put in the work, right? And this felt a little bit like a guidance from the very beginning of your reading, because I feel like, again, just to give you a heads up, there might be a point where even when you are doing what you need to do practically, there might still be a moment where it's like where you doubt again, right? And I want to say again because it's almost like maybe it had already happened in the past. But it's like in overcoming that doubt, that self-doubt, it's like it's this proof in a sense that the work that you're putting in, it's going to pay off, right? So the guidance here was continue to show up, continue to do this work on yourself. And specifically, and I know that the Eight of Pentacles could be like work in general or like profession, career-related things, but because this Sun card is coming after, it was talking about focusing on what illuminates you from doing this work. So it's not the work for the work, it's how you feel illuminated after, how you feel energized after. And it's interesting because I don't remember exactly where I read this or if I heard somebody talking about it on a video or in my life, but I just know that I have this information, and maybe it's a similar thing for you, Taurus, because I feel like what is the most important thing in this self-study, it feels pretty much like self-study. It's the information. It's not where it came from or like the person who passed on this information, but it's actually the information that lights you up and the work that brings you that information that lights you up, right? So you know that there is work to be done. It hasn't finished yet. So it's like you need to keep on doing that. And the more you show up, the more illuminated you become. Maybe the more pleasant you feel. It's like the more satisfied you feel about yourself, about your own progress, even though it's like because it's like it's in the stage of the Eight of Pentacles. So it's also wanting to illuminate that the work, there are more stages to go, more chapters to go, but you already feel so, maybe you feel enlightened, right? Maybe you feel like you know so much already, but it's because you are devoted to focusing on the work itself, right? In a very practical way. And again, like the most important thing, I feel like it's like what illuminates your soul, what just brings you the sense of happiness and joy for doing the work itself. You see what I mean? So these cards were pretty much clear, pointing towards the sacredness of the work, because it's like, or maybe like how your work, like how you have like decided to be so determined, so diligent to showing up every day that it feels like your ritual, right? So the sacredness, and maybe this is a reason why you feel so satisfied about it, because it's not shallow, it's not superficial, it has purpose in a sense, right? It's like you're focusing on the purpose behind the work itself. You're turning your work into this sacred ritual that you show up to every day, right? And that is what is helping you to feel like this fast progress, even though it's like for you, it's like it's clear to you, right? Clear as day. It's clear to you that the work continues. It hasn't yet reached even like the peak. You see what I mean? But you are already so happy about what you have accomplished and what you are continuously accomplishing, because the next two cards, they came really, really fast, one after the other, although they didn't come together. It's like the Page of Swords came before, and then really fast, this King of Swords came right away. The thing about the page turning into the king or becoming the king, right? The same sword suit, it's all in the mind and even like in the spirit. But I want to emphasize specifically the mind because of what I'm seeing coming next, and because of what I was sensing already from these two cards. It's like you're working on illuminating your mind, right? It's like opening up your mind, opening up your awareness, and continuously showing up for this sacred, purposeful work. It's helping you to see this huge expanse, right? It's like you're expanding so much. It's like this expansion is happening because you are like continuously showing up, right? So even though in the beginning you might not have known a lot, or you started with just one piece of information, right? There was like this like the first curiosity, the first desire to know more. I always see the Page of Swords as like a curious kid, right? Somebody that is eager to learn. This is where I'm getting this from. It's like you're eager to learn, but you're also eager to know more. It's like the more you work on this craft of yours, which feels a little bit like self-study, it's like the more you know about your sacred path, your sacred purpose, and it's like the more you know of yourself, the more you know about what you're here to do, right? It's like your sacred contribution, your sacred legacy in a sense. But again, it's something that it's you're still building it, right? It's like you already feel very good about it because you can see the growth. It's almost like, you know, again, just that image that I was talking about in the beginning. It's like a child reading like this graduate level book, right? So it's like at first, perhaps you were so curious and maybe you read everything that you could, but it's like it wasn't enough to satiate like the thirst for more, right? And then it's like very quickly you're able to grasp, to understand, to really truly comprehend like these upper level teachings, right? So even if this is in this spiritual level, it's like you're graduating very, very quickly. It's almost like the more you are interested, the more you show that you're interested, like the more work will appear, giving you the lessons, giving you the teachings, giving you the information that you need to progress very, very rapidly, right? So it's like this jump, right, from the page to the king. So it's kind of like by putting in the work, by continuing to joyously work on yourself and maybe on your sacred purpose, it's like one thing is intertwined with the other. So the more that you know about yourself, the more you're eager to know about yourself, and the more that you know about yourself, it's like the more you want to work on building like this strengthening of the crown. And it's beautiful because the image that I was seeing with these two cards, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but you see here how the head of the page is a little bit imagine like a balloon, right? This is the image that I'm seeing. It's like imagine like a balloon. This hasn't been filled with air in a sense. It's like at least not that much, right? Just enough to start this initial task, this initial pursuit. But here with the king, it's like this, it's almost like I'm seeing like a balloon here, right? And what is the name? Is it called air balloon? The vehicle that you, it's like, I haven't been on one, but a good friend of mine has, and she said like it's wonderful. Those balloons, right? Those air balloons, what is the name? It's like a new mode of transportation. It's like something that is elevating you higher, but it's not like a, it's interesting. It's wanting to, like there are a few examples. Like it's not like going up through the elevator of a skyscraper. It's not like that. It's not like going on an airplane. It's not that fast. It's not going on a helicopter. It's wanting to be like a balloon, right? Like an airlifted balloon, whatever it's called. So, but that is what is crowning you, like this higher level of knowledge. So it's like it's being filled with air, right? Especially because the sword suit, it talks about the air element. So it's like the more you know, the more you discover, the more information you're able to grasp and hold within your mind. It's like the more you're filling the balloon, and it's like the quicker you are going up and up and up. Maybe in this, you know, maybe in the academic level, right? Maybe we're talking about like studying, but this could be like spiritual study, like, you know, your self-study. So it really doesn't matter if like it's a formal academic path, or if it's like you with your own teachings, with your own self-study. It's like either way, you know already that you are, it's like what you're building for yourself. It's like this path to enlightenment, because you are already so joyous and so happy about it. Still, with the two cards that are coming next, I feel like there might be a moment of doubt, right? Here it is, the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So, and it's interesting, the play of words, right? They're so similar. So it's almost like they are expected to come together, because it's also like the in-between point, right? That it wasn't here. It's like, it was such a fast growth, right? It's like maybe we're suddenly receiving information from this like postgraduate level, right? Maybe, you know, in a very quick amount of time. So it's like you received not premature information, but it's like you need to develop those like brain connections, in a sense, like your own mindful, your own mind balloon has to be like this mindful space, right? So that you can hold information, right? So it's like you need to fill with air, like the curiosity is filling with air this balloon, right? So it's like it's your mind that is becoming more mindful about what you read and what you're capable of absorbing, like in terms of information and knowledge and wisdom. So here it feels like this in-between stage that was not perceived at first, and maybe this is the moment where, again, it feels like this hiccup or this bump on the road, and it feels like it's in your mind, right? It feels like maybe, again, it's like the image that I was seeing about like being in this hot balloon. Is that what it's called? Hot balloon? It's like maybe you're driving it, right? It's like you're driving your own mind. This is what the work is. It's like you're driving your own mind. The mind is this balloon that is capable of going higher. The more knowledge you have, the more wisdom you receive, the more you're capable of, you know, feeding yourself with. It's like this is the moment where you realize that you're in charge, right? That you're the one driving this balloon. And it's almost like it feels maybe, right? If it's too much too soon, it could be like a moment of, oh my God, where am I? I'm too high, right? I'm just ascending too fast, right? To the point that I don't know if I'm capable of driving this balloon, right? So it's like that oh gosh, what have I done? What have I asked for? Because it's almost like your thirst for knowledge is always asking for more. But there comes a point where, because you're the one, it's almost like you're the one blowing the air, right? So it's like it's your curiosity that it's expanding this hot balloon, this air balloon, whatever it's called. But you're the one driving it. So it's almost like you have been so concerned maybe about like looking up and where you're going, right? Which is here with the Nine of Swords, that the moment, it's almost like the moment that you look down or you look forward is like you're, oh my God, I'm so high, like shaking legs, right? So it's like this moment of self-doubt. It's like, you know already a lot. It's like you have ascended. It's almost like, you know, maybe if we're talking about self-study, it's like people around you haven't really fast forward or ascended in such a fast way as you. So it's almost like you have no reference. It's like there are no other balloons. It's like you're way up in the sky, right? So it's like there is a little bit of like this, like I didn't realize that I was this high up above, like that I was just, you know, I was just happy, right? I was just like enjoying knowing more information, but it's like, uh-oh, here I am. Like, what do I do from here? It's like, do I keep on going up and up and up? It's like, maybe I don't know how to drive this. Like, I just want to know more, but I didn't know that by knowing more, I was going to have to drive this balloon, right? But the beautiful thing, just to clear the air and also like help you not freak out when maybe this self-doubt or this this moment of disbelief that you grew too fast, or you know, that you ascended in terms of this higher knowledge like in a very quick pace, much quicker than the rest of people that you know. It's like because you were just interested in doing the work and showing up for it. So it's like you didn't realize the effect of that and like this climbing up, right, and rising up. And so the Two of Wands that is ending this part of the reading is talking about new horizons, and that is the purpose of this quick climbing up, this quick ascension, is because it's like you're about to reach new horizons, and it's almost like this is fresh for you. It's like you have taken the steps. To me, the twos, they talk about steps forward, and it's like you have fed yourself. It's like whatever you were searching for that was at your disposal, it's like it's almost like you couldn't, maybe this is not academic, right? I just want to give you that option in a sense. It could be. I don't feel like it is, because I feel like if it was, it would be too restrictive of you making your own path. So you're just speeding up in this ascension process, right? It's like just gaining a lot of wisdom very, very quickly. It's because there is nobody that is like testing you or controlling you or even like giving you like this guidebook. It's like you have no guidebook. You're the one doing so for yourself. So it feels pretty much like self-studying more than anything. But it's kind of like this the academic part came through because I feel like it's in the mind. It's like you're expanding your mind, right? You're opening up your brain. So in that way, it could be like as if you were, you know, going through like these levels of education, but in your own pace, which is much quicker than a regular school, a regular college, a regular master's degree. It's like you don't need to, you know, go throughout this entire process to very quickly reach the top, right? Because you are already ascending, but it's like you continuously are motivated by your own curiosity, right? The Knight of Swords. But the thing about like moving up this ladder so quickly and just, you know, thinking that you're not able to drive it while you are, it's like that's the the alert, right? That's the small danger, let's say. It's not danger, but it's just like, don't freak out and just don't look down. Just continue looking up, right? Because you're supposed to reach new horizons. That's the thing. It's like, just keep on showing up, keep on reaching for the sun. It's like just finding joy in this work, right? Day by day, because you are working on yourself, and therefore it's like maybe you can offer this wisdom. But as I said, it doesn't feel that much like you're in this process of offering it. Perhaps you are, maybe with the things that you're sharing, from the lessons that you're learning, from the teachings that you're receiving, from the information that you're gathering, but it has a very unique and personal take that you interpret, right? It's like, it's your interpretation, it's your perception that is really just making this speed up, right? This ascension, it's just very, very quick. So this is what this is, right? So it's like, don't fear the fast growth, the fast ascension. It's like, it's meant to bring you this ability to see new things, right? To see the new horizons. The Two of Wands is wanting to be specifically like, it's like you're meant to see the new horizons. So whatever that is for you, it's like you need this. It's like the fuel for the balloon to go quick. It's like to quickly go up is your knowledge, your thirst for knowledge, for this self-knowledge, right? So don't fear going too quick. It's like you're meant to see it that way, and you're meant to reach that level, like, you know, fast, because it's like, it's for your eyes to see, right? These new horizons. So how interesting is that, Taurus? I wonder what you're going to see when you get there. Okay, so I am going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.